Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the build here on the bench. We are working on the church. As promised, I did a lot of the legwork ahead of time, and I saved you some boredom. So, I went ahead and painted the building white, got shingles done and ready to go for the roof up top. I got my door done. I even got the windows paint and seal trim done with that. And over here I got the corner post and the roof trim for the church to be done. The roof facial is white. As I said, only the windows and the window frames and the door frame was going to be gray, and then the roof is turned out to be a decent color. So we're gonna just get to the build and try to get this thing rolling. So but first, before we do that, I want to bring things up close so that you guys can all see how things kind of turned out. Didn't really go with kind of a faded look or a worn look. This is more kind of on the way to being on a restoration. So it's just getting a coat onto things, making them look better from a beat down, that kind of thing. So let me turn on this light, add a little more light there. And then I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see everything. There we go. That's how the windows all turned out. And this is how I do it. I paint them on here, and then I cut them out as I need them. These here have the peel back, being it's so this will just basically, it's like a sticker. You paint one side, you peel the other side, and you slap it on. So that's how these turned out. These are the front windows. They turned out pretty well, I think. Those are for these here, and then I did my little doorway for the front, and the door that was with it is right here. So here's the little doorway, and then this is the door right here. There you go. There's the door. And then the other side is just nothing. So that all turned out good. The only unpresidential mishap, even after reading the instructions, I was very irritated by. I had all this painted, right? All of it painted. I even did the bracing to all of them, and my stupid little lamp here decides to come undone from the shelf, and it falls right down on my workbench, and it busted the one piece that I did not want to get broken. So and it didn't really go back the way that I was hoping. So there is a slight little bit of a gip to it, but we'll work with it. We'll work with it, and we will make it look good, for whatever we can do with it. I just roll with it. There's you know what? As I was looking at it last night, it just kind of gives it a little more aged character. It's the front of the building. It has a little bit of a gip to it. I got most of it out. So, and I got it braced, so it's not gonna go anywhere. So we will do it. It's all right. I was just not really happy with how my lamp decided to create a problem, but those things do happen. Hey, I fixed it. It's not the end of the world. So, and then the shingles turned out okay. What I did with that is I did use my Vitero Shadow Gray is what I used. And then once that fully dried, I had a couple of coats with that. And then I used my chalk over it. And so that's where I am with everything right now. The only thing I haven't done yet is the roof on the cardstock or the roofing on here. Those will be done in the next video. So the next video will be when I apply the roofing and stuff like that. So this video is just an update of where I'm at on the build, and we are going to do a couple of things while we're here. Primarily, we're going to do the main building here. I'm going to do the walls. And we're going to glue some stuff together today. So give me a minute here. I'm going to pour some glue. Blob. Give me an applicator here. Perfect. Now it's just all it's about is the assembly portion of it. So what I like to do is I just take it and I'm just taking it right to the length of the building like that, and I am going to just cut it right at the wall. There's one there. There's number 2. And because they're all the same size, I'm going to cut 2 more, then I will be all good to go. There's 3. There we go. There's those 4. And the way that I like to do these, and it doesn't really matter what I did it. It doesn't really matter whether I did it on here or I did it on there. It's just the walls are the same height. So what I like to do is I like to apply them on here. So I'll put the post here and I'll put the post here, and that's what we're gonna do. And okay, got that one on there. Double glue there. All right. Line this up on that. And what I do is I just put it on my workbench and I just lay it, it allows it to lay it flat. Once it sticks, I pick it up and I look at it, make sure it looks good. Because sometimes they don't like to lay flat where they should be. Okay, that looks pretty good there. And what I do sometimes is not always the way someone else would do something. So, and that's okay. We all have our own little tweaks and twerks and stuff about modeling, and it's all okay. It's all about what we each do, and you know, I like what everybody else does. You know, it may not be something that I would do, or maybe I learned something. You know, to do something different. You know, that's what I love watching about everyone's videos, because we all have different tastes and different abilities and different levels of ideas that spark interest. So here, after looking at it, got it all adjusted. There will be a little bit of trim. I calculated for that. Just getting it on there. But that looks pretty darn good right there. So we'll let it dry on that one. Just like that. And we'll get the other one done. And doesn't take a whole lot of glue. And I dab it just to kind of get it to start like an agitation type thing, to get it to acclimate the oxygen with it, and then it doesn't squeeze out as much. Oh, come on. Sorry about that. My fingers are a little bit numb from working today. And they're working, but they're not working where I want them to be. So, it's all right. Just got to be patient, and everything will be fine. I just basically just lay it down and I butt it up next to it. While that sets up for a second, I'm going to get the other one on there, and then I will final adjust them to where I want them. And we'll call it good. That kind of thing. So Okay. Now I will take this piece and just apply the other piece. But yeah, this is just making my adjustment here, and I'll just in case you're wondering, I'm using the edge of my mat here on the bottom and applying pressure this way so that it will adhere to it while I push down, and it allows me to align my stuff where I want them. So okay, that looks pretty good. Didn't have too much of issues there. Now we'll just let that dry for a minute while it sets up, and all that good stuff. Next, while that's doing that, we will figure out the tower. So there's obviously a wall that goes on the back side. Then you actually have something that goes on the wall on the inside. And then you have one that goes on this side. And then you have one that kind of goes. So you have the one in the back, and then you have a wall on either side. And then you have one on the front. So when we glue it all together, it'll be good. But the way part of that's got to be done is you got to have the front and back sides have their corner posts. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim what I need. Just like that. Bring that down like that. And then I'm just going to trim. Just going to trim it. Just like that. Got that side done. Then I take the other one and do the same thing. Just line it up along the side. Make sure it's right where I want it, so I have the right length. Looks good, looks good, looks good. And I just cut it. All right, move those out of the way there. Now I have those good to go. Then I just do it again. Just do it again. There's that one. All right, and seems that I, let me see, I think I got it. 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 I think I I guess I did. Okay. I thought so. Okay. Well, we'll set these aside there, and that's how I cut. I do that when I do for things like this. I just run along the sides of that, and pretty much just cut the post to fit that. I'm not working on the actual tower itself tonight. That will be on the next video, but I wanted to show you how I cut that. So now with these set up for a minute, and I showed you how I cut my corner posts. For that, what I want to do is I want to assemble the main part of the church. So to do that, it's no different than what I did to do the corners. But what I do is I tend to take the glue on the piece that I'm joining rather than the corner, because the corner is still drying and I just want it to not be bumped. And I just applied just a little bit of glue on the corner, on the edge here. I did the same thing when I did the garage. So I just do both ends. Just do both ends real quick. And as I said, I dab it to kind of get it to start setting up a little bit so it gets that tackiness to it. And we will what I'm going to do here to make it a little easier, so I'm going to do both pieces real quick. There's that. And then here is on this side. And then now we disassemble the 4 main walls. And I like to just take my time, make sure I get it lined up okay. Okay, so there is the one corner. As that dries, and then I take this side and I just mirror what I did, and it will be the opposite. And what I'll do is I will let them fully dry before I put them together. Normally. So what I do here is, because I did both sides already, I'm going to take and mirror it. Edge them together. Just like that. Boom. And that is how I do the walls on here. So and one of the tools that I'm waiting for to come in the mail is my magnetic squares that will keep my projects plumb, and it will make my job a whole lot easier putting these models together, let me tell you. But in a nutshell, there you have it. I look forward to my corner magnets when they get here. This will make being able to put this thing together, and they will hold together. I just love it. That kind of thing. So here is the main chapel. The four walls are together, and in the next video, I'll be working on the tower. I will show you the tower and kind of how that pretty much goes together the same way as this, but I will show you what it looks like together. So I'll put that one together, same assembly that this did. The back support is on here, and I put my corner post on the front and back, and then the middle sides will go in between, like I did this one. Essentially, that's pretty much it for today. Once I get the tower, what I will be doing is in the meantime, I will put the windows in for the tower on the tower before I assemble it, because this is obviously something too small to deal with. So I will do the windows on the tower, and I will assemble the tower, and then I will show you the windows installation and the starting of the roof of the main part of the church, how that's gonna look. So stay tuned to next week, where I bring up a video of where we are. But that's where we are. We are actually started on this build. So stay tuned for later this week or this weekend when I come out with the next video of this project. And we will see you then. Take care. Thanks for watching.